A simple glass jar sits on a kitchen table. Inside, there is no soil. There is no sunlight shining directly on it. And yet, in just a few days, soft green shoots begin to rise. They look fresh and alive. Outside, in the garden, plants are still taking their time. Weeks pass before you see this kind of growth. But here, in this small jar, something is moving much faster. It feels a little backward. We are used to thinking that plants need soil first. Then sunlight. Then time. But this jar seems to be following a different path. It grows quietly, without much attention, and yet it keeps changing each day. If this feels confusing, that's very common. Many people see this for the first time and wonder if they've missed something important all along. The truth is, nothing has gone wrong in your garden. This is simply another way plants begin their life. And what's even more interesting is this. What you see forming in this jar is not just growth. It is something you can eat. Something fresh. Something full of nutrition. And it happens much sooner than most people expect. Before explaining why this happened, it helps to understand how plants really begin. When we think about growing plants, we often picture soil as the starting point. Soil feels like the foundation of everything in the garden. It holds the roots. It provides nutrients. It gives the plant a place to stand. So it's natural to believe that nothing can grow without it. But in the earliest stage of life, a seed does not depend on soil the way we think. Soil becomes important later, once the plant grows larger and begins to need support and more nutrients. In the beginning, the seed is already prepared. Inside each seed, there is a small store of energy. It is enough to begin the first stage of growth. This means the seed can wake up and start developing even before it reaches soil. It only needs a few simple conditions to begin. This idea can feel surprising at first. Many gardeners spend years focusing on soil quality, compost, and fertilizers. All of these things matter. But they come into play a little later. In the beginning, the seed carries what it needs. If we take a closer look at the seed itself, we start to see why this works. A seed is not just a dry object. It is a living system, resting. Inside, there is a tiny plant waiting. Along with it, there are stored nutrients. These nutrients are carefully packed to support the first days of life. When the seed comes into contact with water, something changes. It begins to absorb moisture. The outer layer softens. Inside, the process slowly begins. The seed does not need sunlight at this moment. It does not need soil yet. It only needs the signal that conditions are right to grow. This is why you may notice something interesting during the first few days. Nothing dramatic happens right away. The jar may look the same on the outside. But inside, quiet changes are taking place. By the second or third day, small signs begin to appear. A tiny root may push out. A slight swelling becomes visible. Many people miss this stage because it happens gently. There is no sudden change. But this is where everything truly begins. This early stage is important. It sets the direction for everything that follows. And it happens without much effort from us. At this point, the setup itself becomes very simple. A clean jar. A small number of seeds. A little water. Nothing complicated. No heavy tools. No digging. No large space required. This is one of the reasons many people find this method comforting. It feels manageable. It can be done at a table or near a window. It does not require bending or lifting. It allows you to observe rather than constantly work. What may feel unusual is that sunlight is not the first requirement. We often hear that plants need sunlight to grow. And that is true, but not immediately. In these early days, the seed is using its own stored energy. This is where the process feels a little different from traditional gardening. Instead of starting with light, it begins with moisture and time. Sunlight becomes important a little later, once the first leaves begin to form. Understanding this can prevent a common mistake. Many beginners try to do too much, too soon. They may place the jar in strong sunlight right away. Or they may add too much water, thinking it will help the seeds grow faster. In reality, this can slow things down. Too much water can make the environment heavy and reduce airflow. Too much early sunlight can dry things out before the seed is ready. It is often better to keep things simple in the beginning. Let the seed respond at its own pace. As the days pass, something else becomes clear. What is growing in the jar is not a full plant in the traditional sense. It is an early stage of growth, often called a sprout. This stage is short, but it is very rich in nutrients. This is where the idea of protein growth comes in. The sprouts that form are small, but they are dense with nutrition. They are fresh. They are easy to prepare. And they grow quickly. By the fourth or fifth day, the jar begins to look different. What once appeared empty now shows a cluster of small green shoots. They may be pale at first, then slowly turn greener as they are exposed to light. This moment often surprises people. The change feels sudden, even though it has been building slowly. It is a quiet transformation that becomes visible all at once. Different homes may see slightly different results. In warmer rooms, growth may happen faster. In cooler spaces, it may take a little longer. Humidity and airflow can also play a role. This does not mean something is wrong. It simply reflects the environment. Small adjustments, like placing the jar in a slightly warmer area, can make a difference. But there is no need to rush. One gentle point to keep in mind is the balance of water. Seeds need moisture, but they also need air. If water collects and stays too long, it can create problems. The seeds may become too wet, and growth may slow or stop. A simple habit can help here. Rinsing the seeds lightly and allowing excess water to drain keeps things balanced. It does not require much effort. It simply supports what the seeds are already trying to do. When everything is ready, the full routine becomes clear. It takes only a few minutes. Add seeds to the jar. Rinse them with clean water. Let them rest. Repeat a light rinse once or twice a day, allowing water to drain each time. There is no need for complicated steps. No need for constant checking. The process moves on its own. Over the next few days, you may begin to notice a pattern. On the first day, the seeds absorb water. On the second day, small changes begin. By the third day, tiny roots appear. By the fourth or fifth day, green shoots become visible. This timeline may shift slightly depending on your home, but the pattern remains steady. When the sprouts reach a certain size, they are ready to be used. This stage is easy to recognize. The shoots are a few centimeters long. They look fresh and crisp. They have a gentle green color. There is no need to wait longer. At this point, they are at their most tender and nutritious. Using them in everyday meals can be simple. A small handful can be added to a salad. They can be placed on top of bread or mixed into a light dish. There is no need for complex preparation. Many people enjoy them because they are fresh and mild in taste. They add texture without overpowering other foods. Over time, a quiet confidence begins to build. The process becomes familiar. You start to notice how the seeds respond. You see the small changes each day. And you realize that it works not because of constant effort, but because of simple conditions. This is why it can be repeated again and again. The pattern does not change. The seeds follow the same steps. The results come in a similar way each time. If you're comfortable sharing, I'm curious how your own experience feels when you try something like this. Do you prefer checking daily, or simply letting it grow and observing from a distance? In many ways, this small jar teaches something gentle. Growth does not always require more work. Sometimes, it requires less. A little attention. A little patience. And a willingness to observe. You may find that the more you step back, the more clearly you see what is happening. The seeds respond on their own. The changes unfold naturally. And in time, this understanding can extend beyond the jar. It can shape how you approach other parts of the garden as well. Sometimes, the garden improves when we simply step back and observe.